Hello, families. Welcome to Pi, Phi, and Fibonacci, the natural math of ratios. And boy, that was a mouthful. I am very excited for this course to begin. My name is Amy Schneider, and I will be your instructor for the next 4 weeks. Before we dive into the course platform, I wanted to share a little bit of background information about myself. I am currently an instructional coach at a K-4 building in a northwest suburb of Chicago. In this role, I am so fortunate to be able to work with both students and teachers. Now, prior to becoming a coach, I was a first grade teacher for many, many years, and I also taught kindergarten, second, and third grade. I enjoy working with students so much. I love to give them opportunities to explore, design, problem solve. I love when students connect with one another and provide feedback. I'm hoping to bring all of those same elements to our online course as well, as best as possible. Now, looking over here at this materials tab, I know that you have found the welcome folder because you're viewing this orientation. Within this folder, you can also find a little bit more information about myself, a course syllabus, an overview of the CTD pathways approach, and some CTD policies and behavior expectations. In the blue folder here, you can find information about the course design and your role in our online family program, an introduction to Bloom's taxonomy, and then information about growth mindset, which I'm a huge fan of growth mindset, as I think it's important for students to keep in mind during this online course as well. There are going to be topics or material that might feel a little bit challenging. And so I know that families will be supportive along the way, but we can also remind students that when there is higher level work like this, sometimes we might not get it right away. We might need to look at it a different way. We might need to take a break sometimes and come back to it. So all of those things are okay. And if you wanted to, again, look at more information about growth mindset, you can find it here. Moving on down below, we have 4 folders for 1 folder for each week, and they're pretty much set up the same way. So I'll open up this week 1 folder, and inside you'll see an intro to the week with a parent note that will have some vocabulary or guiding questions for the week. Our first week also has 2 discussion posts. The first one will be a getting to know each other. Then these 3 pieces of information might include readings, videos, guiding questions to help students gather background information about this week's topic, which is Fibonacci sequence, our first one. And then there's going to be 3 activity choices. Your child only needs to complete one of the choice. These choices are opportunities for students to show their learning. And then once they have made their choice, they can post their project or their information or their Google slide, however they're choosing to show the work that was described in the assignment, they can put here in the discussion post. Now there are 3 choices, and your student your child only needs to complete one. However, if you and your child would like to extend the learning and do multiple activities, that's just fine too. So getting back to the sharing this week's work, this is the place where students can post their work and describe the process. So they might, share information that was successful or talk about a part that was tricky. Once classmates read this, they might connect and say, I also did that activity. I found that part to be challenging. This is how I solved it. So this is a great way for students to communicate around the activities and assignments. There is a suggested due date here. And please know that I understand how timing can be tricky in families, and I want this course to work best for you. So if you and your child are not making that due date, that is okay. It is suggested we just try and kind of stay together so that we are able to connect and share during these discussion posts. But again, I want it to work best for you and your family. Those suggested due dates, I'm going back to the main page here, can be found in the upcoming calendar over here. And then above here is the envelope for our email platform. Again, you probably already received my welcome email, but if you have any questions or you want to communicate through the course, we can do so through this platform. And then the last thing I want to share is this updates tab. Periodically, I might share an update if I found new information about our course, or a cool picture of another Fibonacci sequence, or I want to ask the students some questions or take a poll, I can do so within this tab. So I think that is all the information I'm going to share before we get started, but please know how excited I am, and I appreciate your time in watching this orientation. Thank you.